Okay, I believe we can start. So, good morning and welcome to our webinar about JobRouter Academy. And let's start with some information at the beginning. So, my name is Antonina Marques. I'm partner manager at JobRouter AG. And some technical information, you are muted. And if you would like to ask some questions, please use Zoom chat. Just remember that I need to allow you to communicate with everyone. Now you should be able to use chat. In case of any problems, just write in there. Additionally, we will have time for your questions at the end. And in case you'll decide that you want to ask your question with your voice, let's say like that, you can raise your hand virtually and I can unmute you at the end. And in case you don't want to have it in the recording, you can write me about that into the chat, and I'll just stop the recording before the Q&A session. Anyway, after the webinar, you will receive an email with the link to the slides, as well as to the video recording and a feedback form. And let's go to our agenda for today. First of all, we'll just speak what JobRouter Academy is and what it can give you. After that, we will speak more precisely about the courses that we have in our academy. I will show you a short demo on how it looks, and so you can a little bit feel it. And after that, of course, I'll explain you how you can apply for a user if you're interested in that. And of course, Q&A session at the end. So yeah, JobRouter Academy, it is blended learning platform. Probably you have already read that or heard that. And now I need to explain you what does it mean. So the thing is that JobRouter Academy includes this platform, the screenshot of which you can see on this slide. There are some different courses about JobRouter, about different things relevant for you. There are a lot of different things included, some videos, some texts, everything possible. And additionally, if you need more information, if you don't find it in materials, or you have some specific questions, you can always speak with our trainers about that. You can have specific training based on your needs, or some trainings that we have in our availability. And that's why it is blended learning platform, because you can either learn by yourself and just use the content that we have pre-prepared, or you can have some trainings online or even live. If you want, our trainer can come to you and have this training with you. Yeah, so for whom JobRouter Academy can be useful? It can be useful for process designers, because we explain how to create some processes, what can be done, which steps should be done to create process properly. After that, it can be also useful for end users that just use platform and need to perform some simple tasks, but already we have here training that shows them where they can find what, and it can be useful for some of the users. For salespeople of our partners, we have specific training and course on that. For system administrators, because we have different information how the system can be administrated, which settings should be done, and how it can be done without any mistakes and errors. And just in general, I would say that it is just for those who are interested in getting some knowledge on JobRouter platform. So which benefits you get with JobRouter Academy? First of all, as I mentioned, With this platform, you have access to different content and you can learn at your own pace. So you don't need to wait for a specific time slot to speak with someone or to watch, for example, like right now, webinar live. You can have recordings of some webinars there as well, a lot of other information that can be useful for you. We have the content that it's not, also technical and also sales-oriented. So as I mentioned before, it is useful for different types of users, different people. And again, we have different type of content there. Videos, it is something that our users really like. Next, of course, we have some text explanations, different screenshots, screencasts, task quizzes, or even some games. And already on this slide, you can see one of the feedbacks of our users that they like how it is structured. So it is easier to understand where you need to click, what you need to do, and that you can work on the courses and modules at your own pace. Yeah, and as I mentioned, our users like the videos. I would like to mention a few KPIs before we go to the courses itself. We had more than 600 hours of online trainings last year. As I mentioned, we still can have offline trainings if it is required, but of course, starting with Corona and other things going on, we started to have online trainings, and it was also very successful for us and for our partners and customers because it gives you even more opportunities to learn more and know how to use different features and systems. We have more than 700 users in Academy, and they represent 16 countries. Also, I would like to present you Academy team global. So first of all, we have head of Academy team. It is Tobias Schabel. Then we have a senior trainer, Patrick Mayhofer. I believe if you already had some trainings with us, you should know him definitely. And then we have a little bit newer trainers, and maybe you haven't met them yet, but they have already a good experience with different topics and can help you with different things. Those are Jessica, Mike, and Bunyamin Beer. And I myself is also in this team just because I support a team with some translations to English or with some contents when they need it. Yeah, let's go further. Sorry, I need to have a sip of water. I will skip this part because I will show it to you in live demo, but you can already have this information here on your slides when you will receive them. And one more thing regarding appearance and layout, I will show it to you later live. So let's speak about the courses available. On this slide, I call those like main courses. And just because they are like bigger, they have more parts included, but it doesn't mean that they are just we have like 3 main courses and everything else is not important or whatever. No, it is not like that. And by the way, now I'm speaking about the courses in English. We have almost the same offering in German, but sometimes we have a little bit more on some topics, sometimes a little bit less. We plan to add all courses and modules that are missing in one or another language, but at the moment, for you to know, right now I'm speaking about our offering in English. So first of all, it is process design basics. It is a really good and important course when you want to know how to create the processes with JobRouter, and even just in general, because there you can find all the information how you can do that from the idea and to having it live and using it in your life. Then what one attendance day means, it is that additionally to the content that you will have in Academy, we have the day with trainer, and he will answer your questions, help you with training processes. So when you want to have this training fully with certificate, you need not only to process some things in Academy like a platform, but also to request this training day. Next one is sales training. As I mentioned, it is more for our partners. Because there we explain typical sales cycle, we give more information on the company and the product, we explain our partners how they can demonstrate the platform to the leads, and for example, some success stories, everything is included there. And one more, it is JobRouter modules. There you will find something like 12 videos about different modules and how you can use them, how you can configure them, which use cases are common for these modules, and so on. Let's go further. One more feedback from our users. Again, regarding that you have this mix of digital things and analog learning features. Then again, it is not really just additional courses, they are really important too, but it is how it is called on this slide. As you probably know, we have new versions of JobRouter right now 4 times per year. And for example, last month we had, or at the beginning of this month, we have a new version, JobRouter 2023.1, and we already have a course on it, so you can check in Academy, if you already have access to it, which changes were done, which new features we have for users, how to use that, and all the important information on that. Of course, we have all the earlier courses available because we have different users that use still earlier versions and haven't updated their system yet. So you can really check all the changes that we had from different versions and how we improved our platform for you. Next, JobRouter app. As you know, we have app available, and it is to have all the processes in app, you need to know few things that you need to configure properly to have it working. And all these tips are in this course. And of course, just in general, for like common users, there's information where you can find what, where you have your settings, how you can connect app to your system, and everything else. Process design. We already had process design training with one attendance day, but this course is just shorter and with all important information. We have end user tutorial and of course system administration course. One more thing, it is courses for, let's say, advanced users, just because they are more technical. We have our certification courses. The newest one is available for our partners. We ask them to perform it to remain certificated partners for the next year. So we include there some tasks that they need to perform. So we see that they really have the knowledge to create processes for their customers. Old versions of our certification courses we include to whole offering for all users. So you can just check whether you have this knowledge. Of course, you will not get any partner certification based on these old courses, but if you upload your solutions to the task, we will check them. One more thing that we have added last year, it is introduction of JavaScript, PHP, and SQL. We use these programming languages or libraries in JobRouter to make processes more functional, additional to what is already included. And that's why there you will find like basic information on these programs or languages, and additionally you can see how you can use it in JobRouter. So, additional to that, I need to say that we are continuously expanding our course offering because we know that you have needs, for example, for advanced process designing. We are working on that. We are working on some other courses right now, and you'll know when it will be done. So yeah, right now I would like to show you a demo. And let me show you my browser. And right now you should see a proper screen. In case you see that for example, you see still my presentation, you can always write me into the chat and I'll see that I need to change something or whatever. It will be helpful. But I believe I shared everything properly. So here is my Academy account, and I have access to different categories, and it is something that I had to show you. We have created different categories just to make it easier for you to find specific course and information that you want. Because, for example, you are just process designer and you don't really need sales course, but of course you can go inside and see it if it is interesting for you, or if you are end user and you are not interested in technical information, you can still have have access to that, but you will know where to look for the information that is valid for you and interesting for you. By the way, we have added new category and new course here. It is like concept course. You can see basic information on what you can find in Academy, explanation, overview of functionality here, some GIFs or just screenshots, and we believe it can be really helpful for you. Next, for example, if you'll go to the category, let's say process designer, I mentioned this JobRouter modules course, and here we have different modules, not everything, but those that you will use the most and will, as I mentioned, will add more with the time. But for example, let's open Job Timer. We can see that here we have the video with information how you can configure that, what you can do there, some use cases, as I mentioned, so it is everything there. Regarding developer, for example, we have this course Introduction JavaScript, PHP, and SQL. And here we decided that we'll have learning trial. So it means that You need to finish first this part to have access to the next one, because we believe that without introduction of JavaScript API in JobRouter, it has no sense to go further. You need this information. It is just basic information and so on. The same we have done with PHP. So first you start with introductions, and you can have access to the basics. And the same with SQL, some introductions and additional information. And inside you can find different information, texts, videos, some tasks, and as I mentioned, some quizzes. For example, the abbreviation SQL stands for, and you think, what can it be? I believe this one. Yes, it's correct. So yeah, it looks like that. I mentioned also layout. We have added these features, like you can see all the courses, you can see categories with open courses or completed courses. In my case, I don't have any completed courses, that's why it's empty. Then we can filter categories. For example, I want to find end user category, it is here. Then we can go, for example, to process designer category, and we can look for a specific course. And I don't know, for example, it can be, let's start, right? And you see, we have a lot of things called this JobRouter. But anyway, so here we have this tile view, but we can also have a list view. Sometimes it is useful when you have really a lot of things, and you can change it here. So yeah, I believe it is the main things I would like to show you here. So really, you just need to check what is inside of the courses, watch different videos when you have access to it, and learn more about JobRouter. Let's go back to our presentations. So here we have a few more user feedbacks. Again, that our users like the functionality and that information there is up to date. And we are working on that all the time to make it proper for you. And few more feedbacks regarding videos. Okay. So how can you apply for an account? You can do that with our website. And you will need just to go to our website. You can use this QR code on this slide, or a link is also connected to the presentation, and you can request accounts there. Before I'll show it to you live, I would like to mention course and price model first. First, we have Academy Basis. It is this access to a blended learning platform that you already show. So, sorry. And it means that you will have access to all these courses, information, videos, and everything that I showed. And you can see the price of it on the slide. Advanced account, it means that additionally to this access, one attendance day with a trainer will be included. So for example, if you want to participate in process design training, you can already have Academy Advanced account because it will be definitely cheaper and better for you to use it. And one more opportunity, really for people that work with JobRouter a lot and need our support. It is Academy Premium account, additional to everything that you have in Academy Advanced. So this access to the platform, one annual attendance day with a trainer. You will get monthly contingent of 60 minutes coaching for process design or administration. So you have some questions, you can just call or write to the person, and you will have, of course, all the contact details, and you can just ask this person for help, and you can use this contingent. and an extension of this coaching coding, and of course possible for you. And you can see the price on the slide. So when you decide on which academy access you would like to have, you will need, okay, it was too early. Let me show it on our website. You can go to our website, you can click request account. Of course, we have some more information about Academy here, but here we have this table with information on these accounts that we have: basic account, advanced, premium, again, with all the details. And when you decide that, for example, I want to subscribe for advanced account, you just need to click on subscribe. You will be transferred to our process where you again can have this overview, and you will need, you see which type of account you have already chosen. You can change it here. For example, you decided, okay, no, I want to have only basic account right now. You can put you will need to put your first name, last name, email address. It is required for creating an account in Academy. We have all accounts that personalized. Next, we will need company name to create an invoice to a company, and we ask you to put it properly with all the information, so we will not have any issues then. And you can additionally add all address details. Probably email address for invoices is different. You can put it here. If you're in European Union, you will need to add your VAT ID. In case your partner, you can click here and add your partner number, but if not, you can just skip this. And here you can choose the language of the courses, and it is predefined for you that it will be English, but in case you speak German better than English, you can choose German. Or in case you would like to have access to both courses, even though they're really similar and almost the same thing, just translated, you can have it as well. Of course, you will need to say that I agree with that, and then you can have an access. Additional to that, we give you an opportunity to have a trial access for 14 days, so you can not paying anything, see how Academy account works. You just need to click here on subscribe. You see that it is test trial. We still ask you for a company name, but no invoice will be created. Then we'll just create this account for you, and you can see whether it is something for you or not. So yeah. And on the website, you can have additionally overview of all the courses available, to read about that, and to see what is available for you. Yeah, let's go back to our presentation. Sorry, I haven't noticed that it is already time for us to finish. I will try to mention a few more things, and as I see, there are no questions still in the chat, so in case you have some, you can write them already now, or you can raise your hand if you want to ask them personally. So one more thing, if you want to know about all the changes in Academy, which all new courses we have, new webinars that we offer, you can subscribe for our newsletter, and this QR code will lead you to this page where you can do that. Again, you'll have these presentation slides later, so you can use it later or now, as you wish. And that's really all. I'm still waiting for your questions. And before, I would like to mention, if you have some questions later on, or you are still not sure on something and want to check with us, You can always contact Academy team with the first email on this slide, or me personally with the second one. Yeah. Again, you will receive PDF file with slides of this webinar, link to the webinar recording, and link to the feedback form. And I'm checking the chat. There's nothing yet. And Q&A session. I'll wait a little bit for your questions in case you're typing right now and I don't know that, of course. And okay. So I'm still here, but if you already need to go to another meeting or something, I would like to say thank you very much for being here with me and listening to this webinar. And probably we'll see on some of the webinars in future. Have a nice day.